Recording. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Heather Marie Show. We have Jason Oberly on the show today. He is a celebrity artist. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. How's your day going? Thank you so much for taking the time out today to interview with me. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my day it's hectic all the time, but I'm trying to be a little easy today, and with the temperatures getting warmer.
I know.
I gotta rearrange my schedule for painting and everything else.
Does the paint dry quick?
It's just the heat. A lot of just prep and a lot of stuff that when it's cooler, it's mainly when the sun's out. Those UV temps really wipe you out. So I try to adjust what I'm doing depending on temperature of the day.
Yeah.
Because I have to wear all kinds of stuff when I'm spraying.
Gosh. You wear a gas mask?
I do have a paint mask, has to filter out the clear and all that stuff. So that's just something else that, you're getting hot, you're sweating, you don't, you want to
imagine in this weather.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Originally California. I've been out here in Vegas since '93, and just started, like everything else, doing art as a hobby, and then having a regular full-time job, trying to make the bills, and then eventually I turned it into a business.
How long have you been doing art, or how'd you start?
I've been doing art my whole life.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I really took it seriously that, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And, we all need certain steps. It's like in life, either mentally we're not prepared or just, we try to find it as we go.
Yeah.
And
did you start drawing? How did you start doing your art? Was it drawing?
Oh yeah, it was as a kid drawing. You trace everything. That teaches that hand-eye coordination. Comic books, of course. Saturday morning cartoons, all the cool stuff. That you love as a kid.
Does it come naturally to you? Like you could look at something and you could actually draw how it looks?
Yeah.
I know artists have a different brain. Like I can't even do a stick figure, but my son can draw very well. So you can just look at something and do that?
Yeah, it's a skill that you have to constantly keep going back to, because even now with airbrush and some of the other things, you have to go back to pencil drawing. Just it's all muscle memory.
Take any art classes when you were younger?
The basic and classes in school, stuff like that. As far as colleges or anything like that, no. It was just I knew what I wanted to do, and then just kind of learn it as you go.
Yeah. How did you start selling it? Just did you go to an art gallery or?
No, it was just first in high school, I wanted cash to go play around and go ride my bike, so started selling T-shirts like everything else, and just evolved.
Oh, that's cool. So, have you done any art shows out here or anything like that? I mean,
no, I don't really do
the art
whole
scene. Like go down to the art factory and the art, all that art district.
No, I've never really been part of the gallery art per se, because I had kind of a vision of what I wanted, and then falling into the music industry, that's a whole nother entity by itself. So with word of mouth and everything, that grew, and that was making a good living. So I didn't see any reason to kind of venture away from that.
What do you do for music?
Well, pretty much it was getting in with certain friends. I had a mutual friend that introduced me to Zakk Wylde. That's how it, of course, blew up. And then I started painting guitars.
Oh.
And it just kept evolving. And then I started learning all aspect of the guitar, as far as tearing it apart, the wiring, everything.
How do you paint a guitar? With a spray gun? Is that or paint?
Yeah, I mainly airbrush it.
Yeah.
But it is a process of, if somebody's sending me one, I have to sand it down, prep it, then paint it, then reseal it, rewire it. But it's the whole thing. Yeah.
What bands have you done guitars for?
Ooh.
A lot, or?
Oh yeah, it's been a lot. I've done personal stuff for Zakk Wylde, Black Label Society. Current bands that I paint constantly for. All of Rob Zombie, John 5, Piggy D,
Ooh, nice.
Five Finger Death Punch, all those guys.
Oh, nice.
So I pretty much do drums too, drum heads, like anything they want, I pretty much can do now. Lately with like Zombie, I do a lot of the masks and bass guitars as well, everything.
Nice. Do you have a favorite piece, like something you're really proud of? Like,
It's one of those, you put your pride into it, so you like it, and then the next piece becomes your favorite, and then the next, because you're constantly improving. So as soon as you've done one, you're already, as an artist, you're picking it apart, going, oh, I should have done this, or I can improve this next time.
so your word of mouth in the music industry, someone says, hey, I know this guy, is that how you?
Yeah, that's it. The main thing is building respect with these guys. It's just building that relationship.
Yeah.
I'm very big on relationships. The money comes and goes, touring comes and goes, especially, with what's going on now. Everything's at a halt. But as long as you have the respect in that industry, they'll keep mentioning you.
Respect is earned. So are you working right now? Has everything that's been going on affected your industry?
No, I've always maintained busy because I have other avenues that I dabble in. So with this, I mean, yeah, as far as the music part of it kind of died down, but I have other ventures with other parts of my business.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's good to do a few different things,
Yeah.
It really is. When do you think the music's going to come back? Do you think there's going to be concerts this year? Or, I mean, nobody really knows, huh?
As much as we would love to have stuff, I just don't really see this year.
Yeah.
I mean, if we do, it's going to be small. It's going to be different, especially because I'm involved with the automotive industry too. And here in Vegas, we have SEMA, which is
Oh,
huge,
yeah.
every November. I just don't see it. I mean, we're
Do you think
planning
SEMA's
for it.
coming? Do you think, I know the convention center is supposed to open up, but now the whole next thing commenced, so I don't know.
I don't know. It's one of those things we have to figure it out as it comes. So
Yeah.
as far as concerts, I really don't see nothing happening until probably next year.
Yeah.
I
Concerts will do well next year, really well. Gosh. What do you do with cars? Do you paint cars or?
Yeah, I have a bunch of sponsors in the automotive industry. I paint show cars, lowriders, motorcycles.
Wow.
One of my motorcycles I painted was featured in Sons of Anarchy TV show.
Oh, nice.
A car of mine for my buddy Flex Wheeler was featured in Fast and Furious 7.
Oh, nice.
So I've had a nice wide range of opportunities.
That's a challenge, though, to go from just painting and then, and then guitars and then motorcycles because you're dealing with different surfaces. Is that a challenge?
Uh, a little bit it is, but it's a nice change because you're not getting burnt out on the same thing over and over. So you have a little more freedom on a bigger canvas or bigger project. So you're able to kind of experiment more.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was going to say,
no problem.
Do you paint murals like in houses?
I have. I used to do that. It's now it's pretty much time frame. What people are willing, on the cost, and then the size, and everything's. I'm able to do everything. It's just pretty much boils down to time wise.
So how are you staying busy now? What do you? I mean, are you painting right now at all or no?
Oh yeah, I still Facebook, social media, Instagram, all that. Customers are still finding me through there, so they're sending me their projects. I'm working on stuff for other bands, trying to get ahead of next year's touring cycle.
There you go.
Meet and greet packages. I'm kind of helping design some stuff for that too. Just keep things rolling. We know it's going to come back. It's just we want to be prepared.
Yeah, you could just kind of prepare in advance. So out of everything you've done, cars, guitars and all that stuff, is there one thing that stands out? Is there one experience or moment where you're in your career that you're like,
wow? The recent one, this last December, I had an invite to go to Alice Cooper's charity for his Christmas pudding, and ended up doing a guitar for him and Johnny Depp, which was
Wow.
It was an awesome experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just those two guys are just on another level by itself, and then
Yeah. Are you
they're
starstruck,
really
a little nervous, or like when you met him, and or no? In the beginning.
no. I mean, at this point, it's work mode. Time to get it done. I'm able to do things quicker than average, so that's why they come to me to get it done, and then go to the event. And, it's a great feeling too,
See your
because
guitar up
especially
there. I'd be like, I did that.
oh yeah, they brought me to the stage, and here I am in a arena full of people.
Wow, that is awesome. That is awesome. Um, so what do you think about everything that's going on? I didn't want to really bring up the, coronavirus, but since we're in the middle of it, how do you feel about that? I mean, I
uh,
know,
you know
yeah, there's so many.
it, it,
I know.
it's one of those things. You could go both sides. If
I know.
you constantly look at everything, yeah, you'll get crazy, and that's the point of
Yeah.
it. It's keep
You wear a
people.
mask? You wear a mask? I'm just kidding. I won't even ask them.
Uh,
I won't ask.
yeah, when when I paint, I have to wear the mask because of the chemicals are very toxic. So you know with that, it has to be a special rated mask too. So you can't just use one from basic Walmart or Home Depot
Wear the
to
little
have it
white one.
filters. Yeah,
We're all wearing.
that's not going to cut it. You're still going to get high at the end of the day.
Have you ever gotten a little woo?
Sometimes you could tell when the charcoal filters are starting to wear out. Some
Yeah.
of it will kind of seep through, and yeah,
Probably get a
you'll
headache.
smell it. Yeah, it's not good stuff.
Huff and paint. Oh, okay. Have you ever done graffiti stuff, like graffiti work, or
No, I've never really done that.
spray paint? Okay.
Yeah, I was more into like anime, t-shirt art,
Oh, nice.
then got into, of course, motorcycles, cars, and then the music kind of evolved from there.
Do you like Coop, the artist Coop, the devil, like kind of pin-up girls?
Yeah, you kind of look at trends. My big all time was like Frank Frazetta, the Death Dealer series, the Dark, the Conan. That was what I grew up with. So that's what I kind of gravitated towards, that style.
Besides your career in painting, is there anything else in your life? Do you have anything else you want to share? Family, pets?
No, I mean, pretty much it's work all the time,
Yeah.
between the painting, now the shoe company, my brand
Shoes? You have
Driven.
shoes?
Yeah, I got my own shoe company and clothing line I'm launching, and
Oh,
that's
wow.
been doing pretty good.
You're a multi-potentialite. That means you do a bunch of things very well.
Yeah, I mean, you got to kind of branch out, and I wanted something to separate myself from other artists, and shoes was one of those things that not many people do. So
Is it men or women's shoes?
they're both. I start with the unisex, men and women design. It's a good entry into that platform, and it's just a lot to deal with. Between
Do you paint on the shoes, or you're just selling shoes? I mean, you put your art on the shoes?
I can. That's one of the next things I'm going to do. Offer custom service. That's a huge another market.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, they have shoe cons back east that these guys will spend thousands on custom shoes. Right now, I'm just designing and doing stuff with other people, other companies, besides having my own.
I get a pair of your shoes. Like I could tell you, can you put this on my shoe and you could do it? Or I could,
Somewhat.
yeah,
The
like
the
custom orders.
brand, yeah, custom stuff I could do. I do have some that are designed. My Driven brand is actually all through Italy. It's all manufactured, high-end materials.
Nice.
It's all hand sewn, stitched. It's
Oh,
top
good.
quality. Yeah.
In a sweatshop and the little kids. No,
Nah,
good.
you're
No,
talking.
that's good.
Yeah, you're talking a country that has a reputation of, quality and product.
Oh yeah, Italy, definitely.
I
Do you
mean,
have a website for that already, or no, are you going to be
yeah,
making a website? Okay.
yeah, everything's under
Okay.
Oberlyinc.com. That's pretty much it, that's my online store, sells merch. I got cell phone cases, the shoes.
Wow, a man of many talents.
Yeah, you know.
Nice. Do you have any hobbies besides?
Well, you know, I used to do martial arts a lot. That was a hobby. I used to do, you know, I love going to like kayaking, all the water stuff. It's just time wise now. You know, this is
Yeah,
a 7 days a week
but
thing.
you enjoy what you do, so it doesn't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah. If you enjoy what you do, it's yeah.
yeah. Music's up, paint's flying. You know, it's a long day, but it's fun.
Yeah. So, what else can I ask you? Is there anything else you'd like to say? Excuse me.
Ah, no problem. I
Want
mean,
to give a shout out to anybody?
hmm, well, I mean, you know, shout out to the guys at Five Finger Death Punch. You know,
Yeah.
we got some stuff going, and you know, we're trying to figure out what they're going to do for next year, and got a couple guitars in the works and other stuff.
Or a lot of those bands, are they doing the online concerts? I don't know.
Uh,
I mean, not the big ones. I'm just saying, I don't know, a lot of
yeah, I
bands.
mean the
Yeah.
smaller bands I could see doing it, but I mean these guys that are selling out arenas, it's you know it's hard because
Yeah,
now everything is changing. Nobody really understands what's going on, so they're kind of making it up as it goes along.
true. Yeah, we
You
don't.
know, and that's the other bad side of what I do with the other products is I'm at the mercy of the regulations set in place for not only my outsourcing companies I have to deal with. So if they're shut down, they're not making merchandise.
Oh gosh. Wow. Yeah. True. True.
So I mean, it affects everybody.
It
So
does.
even if you know you're buying shirts from a band that you love, if they don't have an in-house printing service, you know the wait times are getting just piling on. You know, you're 6 weeks out, you're 8 weeks out on
Yeah.
some stuff.
The domino effect. I know.
Yeah.
I really know. I do catering. I got laid off from my catering job. I work for Las Vegas Entertainment Productions, and we
Mhm.
had so much work, and the whole year just canceled. I mean,
Yeah.
much is affected. I have no idea when catering is going to come back because those are all large venues also. And I do movie extra stuff, and I worked at Costco, and everything I've done has always been around people. And you know, I've been sending out my resume, like grocery stores and like essential places.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's trying to figure out, okay, what are the rules in place? Is it necessary?
Yeah,
Is it is it safe? If it's not, some of these things they're told to do, but it really doesn't do nothing. So then you have that chain reaction of other businesses that rely on what you're doing, or vice versa.
I
You
know.
know, like I said,
Definitely
it's
a
just
crazy
one of
time.
those.
Yeah, huh?
That, yeah, that it is.
I know.
We have
I
to.
can't wait to look back on this and go, wow, we got through it. I mean, I have so many friends affected by this, that own small businesses. And my son's been out of school for 7 months,
Yep.
and they're talking about school going back, half the kids, 2 days a week, and the rest doing it from home.
And that's not having the proper information
Yeah,
and guidelines. That's just them making up stuff, thinking that they're doing something.
yeah,
Because when you look at everything in a whole, it's like if one thing works, then why do we have to do this
yeah.
other thing? It's when you look at it, nothing makes sense. So we just have to kind of deal with it, figure out a way around it, because everybody needs to survive and
True.
make a living. So
It's true.
for
Are you hiring I could paint? Joking. No.
oh,
Kidding.
it's I get people asking a lot. It's what it is I've been doing it for so long that in my mind, I know how long things should take me. So if I show somebody, I could have just already done it myself.
Yeah. So you've never hired people or had,
No.
yeah, it's better to do it yourself because, yeah, I can see that. And then, yeah, if they don't do, you know, good job or they mess up, then, you know, it's,
Well, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff that is top secret, you know, non-disclosures I've had to sign and a lot of
what?
other stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
most of the work I do never even sees the light of day because it's privately done or it's a certain event or high profile.
Yeah.
And you know, that's the other thing is security issue. You
True.
know,
Yeah.
nowadays everybody wants to on their phone take
I
pictures
know.
or oh check this out, and you know that could jeopardize future business.
True.
So
Yeah. Definitely. I've had to sign those before on movie sets and, you know, work in catering certain events, you know, like famous magicians, if we speak, you know, I had to sign it. I never told anybody, not even my son. He's like, "What'd you see, Mom?" I'm like, "I can't tell you because I tell
yep,
you, you tell that person." And then, yeah.
yeah, it's not the people we know directly. It's the outside people in conversations that overhear, and you know,
Yeah.
vice versa. Just nowadays everything's online. It's
No, there's no privacy anymore. My God, I know.
yeah, it's pretty bad now. I mean, I'm accustomed to it, so there's certain guidelines. You know, you'd
How
have
old are
to.
you? How old are you?
I'm 43.
43. Okay, I was going to say because you know you probably know when there was no technology like now
Oh yeah.
everything is, yeah. There's no privacy anymore.
Well, I think it is. It benefits us too of growing up not having it and experiencing the world that point of view. So now, yes, technology helps us, but I could see how the younger generation, from the time they're born, they're
No,
already
I
they got
know.
an iPhone in their hand watching cartoons. You know, it's like
No, I'm a little
they're
older
inter-
than you. I'm 47, but yeah, we're in that middle where we, you know, wrote a letter and, you know, took a picture and, you know, took the film out and, you know, went, you know, got it developed and then we got computers. The first computer I ever had, I didn't know what to do with it. I looked at it, I go, what do I do with it? Yeah, the younger generation, they don't even talk, you know. I
no.
mean, they're all.
Oh, you can see that at restaurants. They'll
Now, when I go out to eat
paying
with
for the food.
friends, you have to set your phone down. Like we are not on the phone. Like I have rules. I turn my phone off at night. You have to kind of take a little digital detox. You can't be available all the time. And, you know, I mean, unless you have a business, it's 24 hours, but you need a little break every once in a while. You know?
Oh yeah, I mean with mine, it's on 24/7 because I mean when people are touring, you know, our nighttime, they're during the day overseas. So what's up? You know, text 2, 3 in the morning. It's like, oh, you know, gotta answer it.
Yeah, definitely for business. Is there anything else you'd like to say or
No, I mean, pretty much it's just,
this is such a casual interview.
yeah,
What would you like me to ask you? Would you like to ask me anything?
you know, I mean, it's pretty much just you know, dealing with what we have to manage and,
Telling your story. Get your story out
yep,
there.
yep, that's it. You know, it's, especially now with people complaining on anything. Look at what we're doing now.
Yeah.
We're doing a meeting through a device. I run a business through a device.
Hmm.
There's no reason why you can't make something of
Yeah.
yourself nowadays.
Yeah.
You have access to everything around the world.
I know. Crazy.
I mean, I'm getting shoes made from Italy and being shipped to the US.
It's
I mean,
awesome.
how cool is that?
Wow.
When we were growing up,
How'd you find that company?
just doing research,
Yeah.
you know, looking at different, I didn't want to go the China route because just too many problems, the regulations. Um, and plus, you never know what you're going to get. One day you get, you know, your prototype exactly the way you want it, then you get a call from a customer going, you know, these fell apart
Yeah. No,
because there's
Italy
no
has really good
consistency.
shoes.
So this way I knew they did quality stuff. I saw their work, investigated, and then I got a sample and I was like, okay. And then the fact that once they email me confirmation that they're delivering it from Italy to my door is 4 days. That is not bad.
Who's your target market with your shoes? Is it going to be similar to bands, or is it just, I mean, what are younger people? What is your kind of market?
I'm hitting everything. Pretty much it was to capitalize off my fan base from doing the artwork. And then because of my friendships with other bands and other stuff like that, I wanted to kind of be a one-stop shop as far as I could design merch for you guys. I have another outlet now. I could do shoes for bands. I could put
your shoes can match your guitar. Like you could do that.
Yeah, you could do a whole meet and greet
Yeah.
package where you could buy the guitar and have the artwork match everything, and then
Cool. That's cool.
We could put an album cycle if they wanted to do, say, for a limited run, the new albums on the box. Everything matches.
Yeah.
It just gives more people another avenue to generate income.
True. Are they going to be high, like expensive, or like or range, or pretty pricey?
I have kind of a different range. The Driven brand that I have is more of a higher end because it is all Italian leathers and hand done. They range anywhere for like the low tops. I kind of started with the skater style shoes because that's what most of us wore, like the Vans.
Yeah, checkered Vans. Woo.
Yeah. Especially being at concerts, we're on our feet all the time.
Yeah.
I will blow through shoes like there's no tomorrow, especially because most of them are glued instead of stitched. So I wanted something to hold up. And these were good. They range about 170, and then the high tops roughly, depending on materials, go from 200 up to 240.
Okay. It's like that's probably what tennis shoes go for, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you look at like Nike and Yeezys. I mean, you spend a couple $1,000 for these guys.
My son likes Nike Jordans, and I wear like $5 tennis shoes.
Oh.
I'm very frugal.
Well, it's the brand, that's what it.
True. You're paying for the. I went to fashion college. You're paying for the name. You really are. A lot of things. Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to do separate too with mine is when you look at other shoe companies, they give you could spend $500 for a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
It's still in a boring old box. Mine's a collector's edition.
Oh, nice.
It's magnetic, so it flips over. Everything's a presentation when you get it. Each shoe's individually wrapped.
Are you gonna have a store, or are you just gonna do everything online?
Right now, everything online. That seems to be the template nowadays. As much as we love to have, brick and mortar stores, it's just especially with what's going on now, you're finding it more obsolete. Everything's being pushed online.
True. Yeah, I don't. Overhead.
Well, that, and then it's easier for somebody like a teenager to actually create a business while they're in school. With drop shipping, with everything else. If you do online, you don't need a normal job.
I know.
You have it. Yeah, you can do it 24/7 on your phone.
I know. It's cool. It is. Trying to think what else to say. Should we end this? Should we enter?
Unless there's something else. I mean.
No, I don't. I guess the interview time is usually 20 minutes. It's like that keeps people. Usually, people don't have an attention span more than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
How long's it been? I don't have a.
Oh, I haven't been paying attention.
I mean, I could edit this out, or I can leave it in. It's funny because I did a interview, and I have my Chihuahua dog barking in the back. One jumped on my lap, and I was like, should I leave that in? I want to have it to be real, not.
Yeah.
But I interviewed my dog. Do you see that one on my page?
No, fortunately, I get so wrapped up in what I do.
Yeah.
I don't have time to.
If you're bored, take a look at it. I was kind of slacking on interviews, so I interviewed my Chihuahua. It's kind of funny. Okay, I guess we'll wrap it up unless you have something else to say.
No, I mean, pretty much just
You want to tell a
talking.
joke? You want to tell a joke?
No, I don't do too many jokes.
Want to ask me a question? I'm just kidding. All right. Well, thank you.
Welcome.
Please subscribe to my channel and check out his website. What is your website again? It's Oberly.com?
Oberlyinc.com,
Oberlyinc. Okay.
yes. And then, of course, I'm on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook.
Twitter?
So, Twitter, I not as active on there because I'm always working.
Yeah. Are you on Snapchat? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
I can never get into that. I don't know.
I love that. You can make your face into a really interesting thing. My son says Facebook's for old people. He's like, that's just middle-aged people and they fight on there. But Instagram's good because your stuff is visual. You want people to see it. So.
Yeah, I'm more into Instagram. I have it linked, so if I post on Instagram, it just naturally goes through Twitter, Facebook. But I slowly started introducing a new Instagram page for Driven Footwear. Okay. So that's my shoe company. So I have updates on that of new shoes, new releases coming out.
I want to check it out. And you said you have women's also? Yeah.
What was that?
You have women's shoes, you said, also?
They're coming. It's just, you have to have so much sales in order to justify the next launch.
Oh, I see.
Because there's so much involved as far as the tooling, the materials, so being that it's a new company, it, first started with one, now I got 4 and slowly building as it goes.
All right. Well, thank you for interviewing.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
Okay. Let me push thank you for watching this. Okay, I'm going to edit that one. Wait, where do I stop it? Hold on. There it is. Okay.